What's going on, YouTube? So I paid 23,000 baht to rent my 3-bed, 2-bath, newly built villa in the city of Cha Am, Thailand. I've been here in Thailand now for 9 months, and I've been living in my villa now for the last 6 months. And that 23,000 baht equates to around 703 US dollars monthly. So with my internet, water, and electric, my overhead is around $840 to $850 per month. And what's crazy to me is, guys, my overhead in the States, which changed dramatically because we went from our old house, our first house, to our second house. So my overhead in the States with my first house was around $2,300 to $2,400 a month. Not too much bigger than this. The lot was about the same, right? And I bought the house in 2021. My house that I bought last year in 2025 was much bigger. 5-bed, 4-bath. It had a water view. Obviously, we built it. It was new. And it was around 3,200 square feet. And that overhead was around $4,300 a month. And then life happened. Things happened in my mind. And I just, was like, this doesn't make sense anymore. Kind of had an epiphany on how we were moving in our trajectory in life, how we were trying to establish ourselves further in America, and obviously it didn't make sense. So now we came here, and my overhead is under $1,000. I can't remember the last time I had 3 figures in value for paying essentially my bills, right? Outside of my phone, transportation, communication, which is all under my mortgage that I was last paying in Florida. So it's insane. It's insane, guys, to still have quality of life with not just breaking the bank, but have quality of life, if not better quality of life, for much cheaper. How like in different places, especially in the States, to get more, you got to pay more. To get something better, you pay more. Here, to get something as equal, if not better, you pay extremely less. So the math, and it's like, we're out here. So it's just crazy. And we're only paying this amount because we signed the lease during the high season, right? We signed a lease where a lot of people come, a lot of tourists come from out of the country to this country for short-term and long-term stays. And so that drives up the price, the farang price that we pay. So knowing that information, I could have probably gotten this home for another 10 to 25% cheaper, whereas my overhead could have been around 10 to 25% cheaper. So just giving you guys that picture, that I don't know. I mean, it makes sense to me, And so with spending astronomically less, I make less because I work less. And so for me, there's a lot of workaholics out here, and it's either by design, it's either because that's who we were surrounded by. Our family worked forever, our neighbors, they work forever, so that's just how we're groomed. But I had a different plan in mind, Hello, Swadikap. Swadikap. I had a different plan in mind, guys. I do not want to work forever. I do not want to work for somebody forever. I don't want to work and attempting to maximize my income forever, I want to live. We have to cut cost and liability to live, guys. We got to. So outside of the culture and, the opportunity on honing into your health and your mindset and your stress, outside of all those very valuable factors to quality of life, we simply move here because our cost of living is controllable, because we could spend less. That means we can work less. So I don't know why people work, but I would assume that not only do we work to pay bills in the moment, we have to cover expenses, day-to-day expenses. We're in an economic and industrial age, but we should also be working towards our future. We should be working for our post-work life, which is retirement. But everybody's definition of retirement is different, so y'all have to stand on that. But I want more flexibility. I want more time with my wife. That is who is on my mind all the time. I want more time with my kids. I want to be involved. I'm not trying to lay down at 50, 60, 70, 80 and assume a regressive behavior. I don't want to be, or a regretful behavior, excuse me. I don't want to be like, hey man, I should have done this, should have done that. When just taking a chance, I could live somewhat decently and not break the bank. And matter of fact, save more money than I've ever saved. You get what I'm saying? Really set up and enjoy my life after work. Enjoy my life in my 40s, my 50s, my 60s, my 70s, however long the universe wants to grant me breath. I'm not always worrying about struggle or grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to come to a point where, enough's enough. I've done my part. So, just want to share that information. Buddy, go. And, talk to y'all guys about that, man. Like, life is grand, y'all. Life is astronomically beautiful when you can just change your environment and isolate yourself. I'm away from my family, my extended family, my parents, friends, neighbors, people I used to work with. But at the end of the day, those people aren't gonna pay your bills. They're not gonna make sure your health is okay. They're not doing none of that except for you and your immediate family, you and your immediate circle of people that directly impacts you. So I want y'all to understand that. I do. So. And Thailand ain't the only place. Guys, there's 200 other countries in the world, man. You can figure it out. This is what fits for me at this moment. But we're always looking at our options. Because we got to take that dominion over our life and control over our life. It's getting hotter again, so I'm going back inside. The sun's blazing. So it's beautiful. Now we can really develop a cadence on how we want to set up our future, because we don't have to worry about bills. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, if this is your first time seeing Black, hit the sub button for me. Hit a like, drop a comment. Would you pay $700 to live here? Yeah, would you pay $600 to live here? Guys, I've seen places as low as $400 to $500 for the same size and the same condition, So, but you gotta check this stuff out, guys. If you're retired on Social Security, on military retirement, you have your own business that's online, you work remote or can't work remote, guys, make it happen. Make it happen, y'all. It's beautiful out here. Live your life to the fullest if you can. It takes some risk. It takes some isolation and being an anomaly in your thoughts, but make it happen, because you are the CEO of your life. It don't matter what nobody said. You guys gotta make it happen. As always, I'll talk to y'all later.